Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional day. Happy hump day and all that good stuff. So let's get it. Alrighty, so today's word of the day is monopolize. Stands for to acquire or maintain a monopoly of. To dominate by excluding others, monopolize a conversation. Now, I'm not a fan of monopolizing a conversation for one specific reason. I'm a fan of liking to engage with people. I love to listen to people's perspective, even if I disagree with them or not, or if I agree with them or disagree with them or not. And I would never want to just be around people that I'm always agreeing with, because no one can grow from always being around yes people. I don't care where you live at. I don't care what country you live in. I don't care what your race is, religion, whatever, your political affiliations, all that nonsense. If you're always around yes people and people that don't necessarily agree with you, you can't really grow. That's just the way the world goes. That is, and I'm not a big fan of college for most majors, but that is the beautiful thing about college, military, law enforcement personnel, and even just having a regular job. It puts you in an environment where not everybody looks like you, not everybody sounds like you, and it puts you in an environment where other ideas are exchanged in order for you to meet a commonality in regards to a way forward. Whether it's AI, whether it's a corporation, whether it's any sort of business, it doesn't just work because of one person's idea. Like Elon Musk, love him or hate him. I don't care about, if you've seen my platform, I don't care for CEOs or politicians, because we live in a world nowadays where they're not really talking about money and business and economics. We live in a world nowadays where they're talking about every other subject matter but the issues that have to do with people's pockets and whatnot, and people's growth, health growth and financial growth, even mental health growth. If I don't hear those subject matters being spoken of by rich people, then I really don't want to hear from you. But anyways, that's the main reason why I'm going to EYL University's InvestFest. Like I said, last year I wanted to go, but I didn't go, and I attended the online session. I love what I saw via Zoom. This year, I'm going boots on the ground. I want to be around people who talk about monopolizing economic situations and capitalizing on economic situations, because that's what matters, regardless of who's sitting in the White House, governor's house, and mayor's house. It doesn't get more American than when you're talking about economic opportunities. Whether you live in Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky, Michigan, California, New York, Virginia, Maryland, DC. When you talk about economics, that's the most patriotic thing you can talk about, because remember, America was a corporation before it was a country. Love it or hate it, that's what it is. Commodities, economic gains, that's what it's all about. And that's what makes America a wonderful place to live, when people are focusing on those things and how they can capitalize on those specific things instead of just talking about everything else. Because I believe all other subject matters, especially that a lot of politicians and certain CEOs like to talk about, is the great distractor. Because while they're monopolizing on things, you are being distracted by other issues. So I always say, if it doesn't affect my pay, then it doesn't affect my day, and get out of my way. Keep it simple in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, today's quote of the day is by Jay-Z. He said, "Told me don't wait on nobody. Go get your own. So it's me, myself, and my microphone." In this life, you can't wait on people. Like, I chose this video behind me. I'm in Houston, Texas. I'm having a good time. I'm by myself. I had to learn back in 2012, because this was a transition in my life. Can't believe it was 11 years ago. But this was a transition in my life where I left an old job. I wasn't going to be around most people that I used to work with. And I wasn't hanging out with for the most part, the same people like I used to, because we were just going in different directions in life. Is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. You have to grow. But that was the time frame of my life where I had to learn, hey, as a young adult, hey, if you want to go out and do something and have some fun, then you need to go out and do it on your own. Period. Stop waiting on people, because if you wait on people, you're not going to be able to do anything. If I would have waited on people, I never would have went to Los Angeles in 2012. I'm from the DMV area, and most people, when they go out of town, if it's not out of the country, if it's in the country, they're usually only going to the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida, or they go to New York. So it's usually in the South or on the East Coast. Most people don't go to the West Coast. All right. Is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. A lot of people don't even leave their home state. Don't even leave their city. It is what it is. I'm not mad at that. I always wanted to go to Los Angeles, so I got the ticket. I got the hotel. I went. And I had a great time. Never looked back, and I can't wait to get back. And when it came to business, I'm the one that took the classes. I'm the one that got the LLCs. I'm not saying this like I'm something special, but I'm just talking about I had to take action. The motivation I got for the most part came from people online, whether it was Dr. Boyce Watkins, Fatherhood University, whether it was EYL University, Earn Your Leisure, people like, and various other people online whose names I can't remember. It was really, I always call it the University of YouTube helped me become the best adult I could be when it came from a health perspective and economic perspective, because I wanted to start taking action. When I started taking trips by myself, whether if it was to Texas, California, Seattle, Portland, Atlanta, Georgia, I had to start making those moves by myself. Certain instances, people will come with me, but I had to wait. I couldn't wait on people because most people, especially most men, especially during that time frame, they had families, and I understand that. And most people with family, they're not allowed to, especially most men with family, they're not allowed to go to the bathroom without giving their wives permission. I don't subscribe to that, but that's your situation, and you do what you do. But I don't subscribe to that. And I don't believe I would be the man that I am today, not just from an economic perspective, but from a mindset perspective, if I had to wait on the okay from my significant other all the time. Things wouldn't get done. I would not be the person I am today if I had to wait on friends to be able to get the permission slip signed by their wives or their girlfriends so that they could come do some economic stuff. So I chose this video as a background today because this is me enjoying my life. I work hard, I play hard. And that's the kind of, especially men, I want to be around. We work hard, we play hard. If you have a family, you're supposed to take care of them. That is the most natural thing on the planet. Before there was running water, electricity, governments, and corporations, men took care of their families. So I always say, yes, I don't have a family, but you don't get a pat on the back for doing something you're supposed to do. You create life, you're supposed to take care of life. Done deal. Okay? It is what it is. I always love that one statement from Denzel Washington in the movie Fences. He's like, I don't have to like you, when he's talking to his son. He's like, I take care of you because it's my responsibility. And that's what grown men are supposed to do. Handle their business and handle their responsibilities. All right. So you don't get credit for handling your business, handling your responsibilities. It's just something you're supposed to do. So I just keep it real on that aspect. But that video shows me enjoying my life, having a good time. I call it like the grown and sexy nightclub, because it's really the 30 and up, between 30 years old and up to 70-year-old people having a great time in Houston, Texas. Place called, if you're ever in Houston, Texas, and you're in a 30 and up club, go to Cheyenne's. It's a great place. It's about 20 minutes away from Bush Continental Airport. It's a great time. They have nights for all genres and real good atmosphere. And the main reason why I love the South and the West Coast the most when it comes to the United States of America is just because it fits my personality, because I'm just a very laid back dude. I'm not a rah-rah dude. I'm not about the drama. And, my t-shirts that you can buy on my website says, I don't do drama, I do business. So a lot of people like to subscribe to nonsense for no reason and to waste time, but that's your personal business. But that's it at the end of the day. It's turned into a little bit of a rant instead of just a word of the day, but it's all good. Most likely I'm going to go live tomorrow. So check out LarrysAnythingGoes LLC on Facebook and on YouTube, and we'll go from there. But either way, like I always say, do the great thing for things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Enjoy your life. Let's get it right. I'll be going to Jackson, Mississippi in a couple of weeks to check out real estate. Be my first time in Mississippi, period, in Jackson. So if you live down there, show me some love online. But yeah, we're making this year in 2023. We're traveling not just for fun, but we're traveling for business. We're traveling for networking. That's what it's all about. Going to places we've been, going to places we've never been before, and we're doing this to break outside the societal norms. All right. So, like I said, if your representative isn't talking about economic moves, then they just basically distract you at this point in 2023, going into 2024. All right. If you're not around people, men, women, or child, if you're not around people that are talking about economic interests, economic moves, economic possibilities, you're wasting your time. Even relationships, marriages, that is a business, that is a contract, that is a legal document. All right. So if you're around people that are not talking about the economic aspects of things and just want to talk about the touchy-feely stuff, to me, you're wasting your time. Falling in love is easy. All right. Even sometimes staying in love can be easier. But are you going to discuss the economics outside of the love? Most people won't. All right. Even when you talk to your politician, be like, yeah. We got you. Let's put all those other issues that we don't agree on to the side. Most reasonable adults can say, hey, What about this access to capital thing? How can I get more tax write-offs? And how are you funding specific businesses and whatnot? All right. Like, regardless of what community, come from any community, how am I specifically getting an economic benefit out of you getting into office? That is the intelligent voter conversation. But most people don't want to have that conversation because they want to be like in high school and pick sides. And the only side I'm on is the economic side. So on that note, that's how we're going to ride in 2023. Take care.